right, a little bit of testing. You know, I don't even know if the thumbnail changed over. It should have, but just in case it didn't. All right. So let's get this intro cracking, and you know how we do it in the den, my friend. Yeah, I don't even know what the score. I stopped when it was about 28. They were still about like 28 when I think I stopped watching.
Smoke weed every day.
Thank you for that, Brandon, Dr. Rabbit. That was for you. But well, I have a twin, and so I brought my twin in on the show. That's a secret I've been keeping for quite some time, and so I've decided to bring my twin in on the show. But welcome to the Kush Den. For those of you who are not familiar with the Kush Den is a 420 friendly conversation. Even if you don't participate in the 420, man, pour yourself a nice adult beverage. If you don't drink, then pour yourself a nice warm glass of milk. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. And sit back, relax, and enjoy. Tonight we'll be talking about how to deal with envy or dealing with envious people. And again, like I said, I hope all is well. I hope everybody's doing good. We can talk about the Rockets too. We'll do a little bit of post game in the Kush, you know. So I think the Rockets and the Astros are connected somehow because the Rockets are balling on a night, the Stros are balling, and the other night they both took some L's. So I'm just wondering. I mean, like nice, significant wins. Man, it's cool. It's cool. It's like I say, it feels good to give a nice spanking. Anyway, let's get a couple of things in order here. And one of these things we need to get in order here is I'm going to do something like this real quick. I guess it doesn't matter if I do this. Give me un segundo. Rhino finally came in. When did they put him in the fourth? Like late in the fourth? Because I would have never put him in. Ever. Never, ever. Never. Ever come around here no more. Yeah, it definitely would have been, it wouldn't have been ideal. But see, that's what I got to do, man, is I got to talk shit. I got to talk shit about Eric Gordon before every game, so that way he can ball out. You know what I mean? And so if he, if he needs a little spark in his game, then I'm gonna take some respect off his name. You know what I'm saying? And so that's how that'll work. Let's do this. So you got to be careful about this to make sure. Let me see something. Okay. That's right. Let me see something here. this up. Get a little bit going in the background. Let's get some pre-roll action going, man, and let's talk about some things. Sorry about that. Get that a little bit in order. Okay. Shaquille Cushington. I mean, you need to get some of this. Let's play a way out again. That's it. Hey, Capella's out there, doing a damn fool, man. Capella out there acting a damn fool. Let me see what we got here. I gotta make sure this is right. Oh, see, something's not acting right. Trying to get the broadcast action going on in the back, but if it's not gonna act right, I'll put y'all something decent to look at in the background. That's what I was trying to get fixed there. So sorry about that. All right, but anyway, while we're doing that, and find y'all some type of visual to fuck with. I don't know, man. We can run some GTA tonight. We can run some PUBG. We can. Those are really mainly our other two options: PUBG, GTA, a way out. No Fortnite. I ain't fucking with no Fortnite. Justin Cole, what's the motherfucking deal? Brandon 335, Shaq, Kush, DeMarcus, Houston Homer, Dr. Rabbit, Rigo. What's the motherfucking deal? Jeremiah. Man, if they really wanted to, if they wanted to really press on their neck, they definitely could. What? Heidi in the mix? I didn't think there would be any internet access. So, hola, Miss Heidi. Good evening. So that you already brought out the Spanish. Yeah, have fun with that cold shit. That's definitely not my cup of tea. You know, I prefer semi-tropical climates. Yes. Called me a Ben Greco. But yeah, the thing is, you're not lying about that, about how we won, because it was that stellar defense, you know, especially early on. They almost, if the Rockets really would have wanted to press on them, and the motherfuckers could have had under 20 point first quarter. Barely had 40 in the first fucking half. Like, the Rockets asserted their will this evening. I mean, shit, it was a 30 burger. It was like 30 points at halftime, and they just didn't give a fuck after that. They just kind of, you know, just made sure they didn't let it get out of hand and, you know, give up the lead. But Rockets was cooling, man. You want to find a Jazz streaming troll? Yo, they really thought that they was fucking with us. Like, but here's the one thing that I have to give the Jazz that I cannot give the Rockets. And this is something that we talked about, though. It's not even the players, it's the fucking fans. Man, the Jazz were down by 30, and them motherfuckers was still cheering every motherfucking basket. They was still loud. They were still, here, let me see, it might be low. Y'all let me know. Let me check over here, too. Again, they were still loud. They still, you know, gave it everything they got, man. They were still cheering, still talking Mormon shit. And, again, man, it was a hell of a statement being made this evening. You know, there was actually two major statements made this evening. One, don't play games with the Rockets. You know, we do what we want to when we feel like it. And the second statement being made was the Warriors are beatable. See, that was the thing. All the talking heads were just running. Oh, the Rockets aren't going to be ready for the Warriors now that now that they've lost. They're losing to the Jazz. There's no way that the Warriors aren't losing. They're figuring the Warriors are going to sweep again and do all that. And so that the Warriors didn't. Now the conversation has changed back to well, the Rockets are as good as we had to say they were, even though we didn't want to. And now it's to that the Warriors are they are beatable. They're not invincible in the playoffs. All that shit we talk, they can get blown out in the playoffs by the Pelicans. So that means that the Rockets can definitely rumble with them. But we'll see what happens. Carry on, my wayward son. Later, obviously lives in front. The message from earlier. What is the message from earlier? What the fucking motherfucking deal? And New Hampshire Jeremiah and Justin Cole. You also promised Fortnite Friday yesterday. You didn't put Fight Night dialogue. Horse versus Raiders. Oh yeah, I was supposed to do. I did say I would do some the horse versus the rating seal. Yeah, that was funny because nobody would know what was going on except for Brandon. Fortnite is just awful, man. I just can't do it. I don't want to build, man. I don't want to build in the field. All right. And then I know if I'm gonna be playing, Kush will be my teammate, and he's gonna do me bad. I don't know if there's friendly fire or not in Fortnite, but if it is, he'll probably try to deliberately kill me because that's the things that he does. I got to find a new partner. I got to find a new gaming partner, man, because Shaq could be out to take me out, man. Laws was chasing us the other day on GTA. He ran into his motherfucking apartment. I couldn't even go in that hole. I had to try to get into it with the Laws outside. It didn't end well, So... Yeah, the night double out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The Rockets and the Astros are connected somehow. Fake night. That's funny. We finna twizzle, lizzle blizzle. We're going to talk about things on this Friday evening, barely Friday evening, barely, almost Saturday, a few seconds away. But because the evening was solidified with a Rockets W, a Stros W, it's okay. It's all good. It's all right. Let's see. So let me figure out what we're going to play here. Hey, sometimes you got to call them out. That's funny, though. All right, so score on Nationals game. They know. Taurus, what's the motherfucking deal? Edomites, New York. A lot of strange things happen in New York. Why is that? Why is it? And I have another conversation that I want to have, but I have to remember the reason why I want to have the conversation. And because I'm sure it's based on a story or something. And as soon as I can remember exactly why I want to have this conversation, I'm going to talk about it. But for right now, we're going to roll up. Hey. All right. Fuck it. Let's throw this in the fucking bowl. We don't do a lot of bowl action like we really should. So we're gonna throw that here. But here's the deal, man. This is what I'm talking about. This is what you got to get shaking. This is what we got to make happen. Playoff Ronda. Oh, you say on extra you have mobile, but I'm not sure you can have me. Ronda scrapped with Draymond. Yeah, motherfucker be thinking Draymond hard just because he'll talk shit about old ass Charles Barkley. World War II, I never hadn't played it. Now you think Gobert is a bitch, yeah. I mean, but that's the thing when you like, he's French. He's French, man. He's like Eating this fucking French fries and what is that fucking shit? Crepes and shit. You know I got time for that. He's a fucking basketball playing crepe. Let's get the fire devices. I mean, think about it. Think about like how fucked up. Like we don't appreciate technology. We really don't. Because think about like what a motherfucker used to have to go through back in the day to start a fire. I mean, it was a process out of their lives to start a fire. And now you just go to the fucking store and spend a fucking buck and you can do a bunch of damage. We allow people to have shit they shouldn't. Like, people shouldn't be allowed access to fire. Fire should be by privilege only, even if it is just a fucking lighter. Like, everything should be fucking electric. And, like, only certain people should have direct access to fucking fire. Period. You gotta be like a chef or some shit like that. Like, you gotta be, I mean, you gotta have a fire handling permit. And so, like, you wanna more government legislation. But, yeah, we let motherfuckers have access to shit. People, I mean, you know how dangerous fire is. How kind of shit you can do with a fucking lighter. We just let anybody walk into a store willy-nilly and buy these motherfuckers. But it is what it is. All right, cool. All right, extra. Let me write you down. Robbie G. Puppy G. All right. Oh yeah, I'm trying to start rumbles and shit, y'all. Man, I don't want to. No, we're not talking fire. We're just talking about. I don't even know how the fuck I got to talk about fire because I was trying to light this fucking blunt up and just thinking about shit people shouldn't have access to. I fucking crow. Ah man, I hate Twitter, but I love it, right? Because some of the worst shit you'll ever read is on Twitter. But some of the best shit you'll ever read is on Twitter. It just depends on who you follow. It depends on how you follow. But, man, I've seen some of the funniest fucking shit. I have a question. So, are kids off limits when it comes to capping? I mean, especially like if it's a fucking stranger or something like that. I mean, are kids off limits? I mean, they're not allowed. I mean, because you know when you say you're on Twitter, you're on Facebook, you're on any fucking platform, And as soon as you cap on somebody, first thing they finna do is go look through all your pictures if you got your shit public or whatever it is. And they go look for something to try to get at your ass about. You know? And so I'm just wondering, what are the limits? I mean, especially when dealing with a stranger. Is anything that they put out in the public eye, is that free game? I mean, fair game? You know what I mean? So Twitter is definitely poison. Twitter is definitely poison. Capping, you know, basically the dozens, you know, clowning on motherfuckers, just talking shit, ranking motherfuckers or whatever it may be. Even if somebody just getting on, say you comment on something, somebody just talking shit and you just want to get on their ass, just, you know, just capping. But Twitter is definitely poison. So, yeah, ranking on them, basically, yeah. Nightbot. I'm really bad. Yes. The Rockets played their basketball. Yeah, absolutely. By far the best game. I mean, that was Rockets basketball. Solid defense. Solid offense. You can't ask for anything else. But yeah, so I mean, like, but what is off limits? Where do you draw the line? I mean, I'm just curious. So anything that's put out in the public eye, is that allowed to be used to, I guess, prove whatever point you trying to prove? Oh yeah, oh man, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, you got hate in your heart, let it out. That's what you want to say. But that's the thing, man. Even last game, you know, it's a different Harden. Like, that's a different James Harden out there. He sold his soul to the devil. You know what I'm saying? Or one of them fucking Kardashians took a piece of it with her ass, and now he has no soul left. He can never truly love. He can only win basketball games. The James Harden story. But that'll be a great story for me. I don't, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The boys that went and found a Ouija board or some shit, man. Like, they putting everything together. So that's a very interesting situation. So, oh, good grief. Will I ever do the ASMR session? I looked into that stuff, and I've kind of checked it out. I mean, I don't understand it, but I don't even know how you would do it. I guess you'd have to get with them. I was looking at the mics and all the different shit that they use. I found it very interesting, but maybe one day, who knows? Trevor Ariza was a plus 40 tonight, the highest ever by a Rockets player in a playoff game. He's also just the 11th NBA player overall to post a plus minus of 40 or better in an NBA playoffs game. Soft-spoken back rub. Yes. Oh, you look very tense. Why don't you allow me to take care of that? It should be like a fucking, what's that? It'd sound like some fucking phone porn shit. That's $5.99 a minute, motherfucker. Hey man, what the fuck is this, Jack? So the cool thing about not being able to read is that you don't know when your team is down by 30-something points. That's funny. See, Donovan Mitchell has been playing very well the last couple of games, man. So I think you got to realize what happened when you facing a. There were some pretty close predictions. I don't know who all hit, but there were some close predictions. Yeah, but ASMR will get you. It sounds very, very well. Send a private ASMR. Nah, No, you've been out there hunting for. Oh man, you know I'm bullshitting. I'm over here ASMR and fucking not not smoking. What the fuck is wrong with that? Yeah, it was definitely, like I say, it was definitely some tension, some shit going down. I mean, you know, these teams started off very nice to each other initially, but I think after, you know, both ends, well, yeah, the loss is only like 8 points, but the Jazz are going to feel some type of way because, you know, they felt like they could compete. You know, the other games were accessible. But now I think they really realized that this is a completely different animal on the other end of the floor, and they woke up. They woke up a beast. Ain't no Jazz fan got shit they gonna want to say. I want to see them because, like I said, I've been reading their articles. They be coming with some excuse ass shit. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Yeah, absolutely. Again, so like I said, because, you know, everybody was talking crazy, and I actually need to go back and listen to some things. Everybody was talking crazy today and yesterday. Oh, the Rockets lost, so how do they think they can compete with the Warriors and, you know, Warriors? And now what's the fucking excuse? Would you ever play your parents one-on-one in a game of basketball for your job? Job in basketball. Now, Jeremiah, that would be hilarious. Like, if you started a whole Jazz channel just to fuck with motherfuckers when they came in. You fucking suck. They be trying to report the fuck out your ass. Joseph Smith doesn't approve of this. Oh, matter of fact, I fought you earlier, didn't I? What happened? Did I win or lose? I lost? Nah, Jay Bird cheated from that fight earlier. I forgot I lost. He cheated, though. Rubio excuses, okay. Rubio gives you averages, 12 in a regular season? And he had a good series against OKC where he was averaging about 16. Even if you do get that 16, you're not getting that from. That's not doing you shit tonight. And then who are you going to take that? Who are you going to take those points away from to equate that 16? So, and Rookie Rubio ain't making up for Donovan Mitchell playing poorly. So, I'll say it's why I'll rub it into your shoulders to begin. Yes. I'm gonna come up with a script and I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna get an outfit and everything. It's gonna be called Abusive Dad ASMR. It'll be a little bit different. It'll be something that everybody's not quite used to. Jazz hands Tommy, would it be all right to marry your own cousin? They gonna be in that motherfucker like, hell yeah. I did it yesterday, goddammit. Oh no, in Utah? I don't know how they talk in Utah. Who knows? Oh man. I wonder if I could do that. If I could do some type of, I'm gonna sell my shit on Pornhub. But you have to have like, just have random pictures, like a slideshow in the background. It's like part massage, but majority browsers though, like 98%. Right, like massage might just be in the title, and that'll probably be about it. That's about as much of the massage part is going to happen. With Jonathan Grimes, I've never heard Jonathan. Man, I'm actually a fan of Jonathan Grimes. But while he was here, I've never heard him speak. That's very odd. It's extremely odd. Let's see. get y'all some visual action going on here. Man, but here's the thing. I got two things to ask. Okay, I was playing a game. Okay, and I don't think that I won. Did you guys see any black people in that jazz crowd? I don't know. I have to think about that one. How long should an ASMR even be? I got to charge by the hour and shit. Yeah, I mean, outside of Akeem, I was gonna say Akeem. I was gonna say outside of fucking Akeem because I know he was there. That's a bad Houston homer, man. Get some rest. Rest is vital to your health. I should definitely get more of it. I say I will. I try it. Sun comes up, don't work. Like I can't. It's hard for me to take naps and stuff like during the day or to get sleep during the day. Like as soon as the sun is coming up, it's like I need to get. No matter how I crash. Justin, what's the motherfucking deal, man? It's all good, man. 20 minutes to an hour. Okay, I'm gonna figure it all out. I'm gonna make ASMR for married women. I gotta figure out what type of issues married women deal with that they would need a conversation. You singles are Fort Bend County has more people than Utah. Wow, that's crazy. I think it's all black. Yeah, I'll play for the Jazz. I promise you this though. I know that there's a law in Utah that only allows that rap music in the stadium. They're like, hey, what is this shit? The fuck is this? Or they'll say, what the heck is this? Brother Joseph Smith would not approve. But how are things going with you, Justin, man? Last time we talked, I think you was trying to holler at a chick or something like that. How did that turn out for you? How did that all lesson on fake friends? Fake friends, man. That can be a difficult one, man. It can be a very difficult thing to figure out because apparently, I just heard, I didn't get the full details of the story, but Kevin Hart was getting extorted by a guy who was one of his best friends for 15 fucking years. So fake friends it depends on how fake they are. Some motherfuckers can lie real deep. Some motherfuckers maybe just have a change of heart one day. Some people could be your motherfucking ride or die, man, and just flip the script one day. But most people, you can tell. You can tell, are they concerned about you or are they concerned about your things? You know, are people, you know, rocking with you? And I mean, you have to understand, you know, when somebody's really concerned, you got to pay attention to their focus. You got to pay attention to the conversations that you have. But if you have fake friends and you know you got people that are fake friends, you know, talking behind your back, whatever else it may be, yeah, shit, that's some fake friends. You damn near gotta body one of them motherfuckers, Charles. Shit. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people, man. They'll fuck with you to get what you got to be. And that's why I was talking about envy is supposed to be the topic. But you know, you'll be surprised. You'll be surprised the things that people are envious of. So that's why I always tell people, man, appreciate what you got, man. Be happy. Like the shit that you take for granted or that you feel like, oh, my life ain't shit, or man, you will be surprised the number, not just what people are jealous of, but the number of people who are jealous of what you have. You know what I'm saying? Man, I had I know my partner, one of my best friend who had passed away, I know he did some work out there in Montana. Was it Montana or was that Wyoming? No, I think it was Montana, Billings, Montana. I think that's what he said it was. And he said he actually liked it. He said it was cool, said it was real nice looking out there. That's real funny you said it about the cowboy experience. That's pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? That would be pretty cool, actually. That'd be real cool. Um, Speaking of cowboys, not the fake cowboys in Southern Oklahoma. I'm talking about like the real shit. Does anybody like ever watch like the rodeo, like the competitive aspects of the rodeo? Okay, cool, good deal, good deal. Huh? What happened to Kev? One of my fake friends started. Okay. Who tried to fight me? Who I ain't fight? Who I was supposed to fight that I ain't fight? Honcho, that's a fake friend. Yeah. Shaq Kush is a fake video game friend. He's a horrible friend on video games. He's a decent friend in real life, but he's a horrible friend in video games. Motherfucker shoot me in my foot, my leg, quit on the fucking Connect 4, leave me outside for the laws to get me, shut the door in my face on PUBG. The people live in Wyoming, North. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I went to South Dakota. I want to say it was South Dakota. You know, there are a plethora of large white women out there. And when I say large white women, I'm not saying fat, I'm not saying obese. Just big country motherfucking women. If I just see like the biggest bitches in the fucking world, my entire visit in South Dakota. I mean, not some bitches. I saw some hoes that was taller than me, a couple of hoes that was taller than me, more than I would see normally just sliding around the city of Houston, just in my short time there. But just, you know, we can say that, you know, the ethnicities, you know, we tend to say are more shapely and all that. But some of them old, I wouldn't call it backwoods, but I guess corn-fed white girls, they'll give your favorite stripper a run for all of their money. And so, I mean, you just gotta, you know, you just gotta, you gotta see it for yourself, man. Probably get some rest. Too been up for 24 hours. Oh man, that's a bad. That's a bad Houston B. Man, yeah, you have a good night. My fault if I missed you. Word. That's cool. That's cool. Kylie or Kim K. I gotta look it up. Rio, we'll talk about that another day. I'm in a pleasant mood today. I don't want to get into a somber mood, be depressing everybody. The Rockets got the dub, Stroh's got the dub, so we're gonna keep it relatively light. You know what I'm saying? One last thing, having a big ego bad? No, there's nothing wrong with having an ego. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. You know, but if you talking whatever you talking, just make sure you back it up. You know, if you can back up your actions, and you know, I don't even call that a really necessarily a ego. You know, big ego helps you achieve big goals. You know, so if you want to feel certain things, I think I had what I did better at setting and achieving things. I had a bigger ego. I was, I think, a bit more conceited than I am now. You know, my perspective and views on life have changed a bit. Is either one better than the other? I don't know. You know, it just depends on what you're seeking. So I don't think anything is wrong with having an ego. So do your thing. Do your thing. Do your thing. To enjoy the rodeo, NASCAR, hunting, and fishing, you need the beer and dip together. But I can't do it. Can't do it. I'll do the brewski. I'll do some brewskis. You know what I'm saying? I'm not even big on brews, but I'll sip some brewskis and shit. I really don't be tripping on it. I'm just not going to go out of my way to drink some beer. But dip, can't do. I maybe fuck around with a little bit of chew just because, but the dip, I cannot do it. I will chill on that, my friend. But the fucking rodeo, dog, fucking, that shit is talent. Like, you gotta appreciate that shit. You really gotta appreciate that shit. Norwegians. I met a 6'7" woman. So I met a damn near 7-foot bitch. Bitch was big. I done met a couple of hoes taller than me though. I mean, really, Dr. Rabbit, we got beef like that? Do I give life lessons on this channel? I mean, we just talk about whatever on this channel. If you have a question, I'll do my best to answer it. But it's just a conversation. I mean, that's the whole thing. It's a conversation for people to of different backgrounds, views, perspectives, whatever it is you want to call it, to be able to speak how they feel. And so far, we've had a lot of different conversations that have, for the most part, I believe, remained civil. I don't think we really had any major fallouts. I think the biggest issue that we've had in the den, or the most major fallout, was Heidi getting mad because Jay Dizzle blocked her as a joke. And I think we have hopefully resolved that. So I think that's the most drama that we've had in the fucking Kush den. Everything else has been pretty kosher. So, rodeo's a waste of time. Rodeos go hard, man. I'm telling you. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck it. I'm finna chat so I can do it anyway. All right. Yeah, 6'3". The poophole loophole. Exactly. I mean, there's certain things in here that you can never. We've had some very interesting conversations. We've talked about the poophole loophole, which is something you should all keep in your repertoire. You need to get a card with the rule stated on it. We've talked about things like the real meaning of HEB. We had another very interesting conversation here. It started out, the Kush Den was very BBW friendly, but we just I just don't think we ever just went in that direction. Damn, that's no bueno. What? The 4-hole was the armpit. Hey, there is women can be very versatile creatures. Yeah, let's talk some more about the Kanye stuff. I think one of the major problems with Kanye and that whole thing is, we heard the J. Cole song. He's surrounded by yes men, people who are afraid to contradict what he says or to tell him, hey, that don't make sense, or this, that, and the third. And I'm not saying what he said didn't make sense. I believe he was misinterpreted. I think that people are taking what he says, because this day and age, it's the best thing to take shit and run and make a joke out of it. I'm not gonna lie, I will laugh at the shit, but in reality, everybody's trying to get internet famous, and so they're trying to make jokes, they're trying to make comedy out of it, all this other stuff. And I think it's unfortunate. I think people really need to be trying to figure out what he was saying. But I think Kanye's surrounded by certain types. And when you're surrounded by a certain type of people so long, you think everybody thinks like that. You think everybody's mentality is of that sort. And I think the way he talks, he's talking to a certain type of person who, they kind of understand where he's coming from. But the majority of people don't. And I'm not saying that Kanye's talking on a level that he's just so intellectual that people can't understand it. I'm just saying that, and I can't identify it. I mean, I can't explain it right now exactly what I mean by the type of person. I can't give an accurate description of the type of person. But, he's surrounded by some very unique individuals. And these unique individuals don't think, operate, move, do anything like normal people do. But, he may be having these conversations, and these conversations are, maybe yielding a certain result. Because sometimes he talks like he's already explained himself, and I don't think that he doesn't grasp that people aren't really getting it, and so they're going to take the shit and run with it. Or that, he just has to find better analogies for what he's trying to say. And then, like the slave comment and stuff like that, he's going to have to find a better way of explaining it, because people are just so sensitive about that. Now when it kills me, how the media reach for shit. Like, I'm not saying don't honor people. I'm not saying don't care about people. But I forgot who they asked, and they were talking about, well, that makes me feel sad because my, grandmama's grandmama, was a slave or some shit like that. And, or my grandma's great, just some shit way down the line. Like someone you've never met, someone who isn't alive today. So it's not like, he's just saying some off the wall shit, but that's why we talked about, I think yesterday we talked about what is a choice really? And that's why I was saying that choices don't always have a good and a bad option. Sometimes choices have a bad and a worse option. You know what I mean? And you know what I'm saying? And sometimes they have a bad, a worse, and a probably worst option. And so, I mean, that's what you have to take into account when he's saying this stuff. People apply their own filter to it. People say, hey, when you got to make a choice, they always think it's going to be, one's going to be good, one's going to be bad, or they always think it's going to be a 50-50 type thing. No, it doesn't work like that. Life isn't always full of those choices. So, I mean, you have to take certain shit like this into account. And again, not to minimize what they went through, but at the same time, nobody alive right now, nobody who's living right now went through any of that. And it's like people now are crying more about shit than people did then when it took place. And I know that there are a multitude of reasons why that could have been suppressed and why, the organization wasn't the same and all this other stuff. But I feel like people, again, especially black people, are so focused on the fucking past all the time that they're letting the now pass them by. And when the future becomes the now, they're complaining about, we weren't in on this because, we were getting oppressed here, we were getting fucked over here. No, we weren't in on this because we were focusing on some other bullshit. You know what I'm saying? The opportunities are there. You just got to put yourself in the right position, It's just a lot of off-the-wall shit, man. But I'm not tripping on what Kanye said. A lot of people are really just losing their shit. I'm unfriending, unfollowing. Why don't you, go to understand? People aren't having conversations with him. I know they said, again, like the Chance the Rapper dude tried to, halfway vouch for him and say, try to make some sense of it, and people was going at him, and so he fell back. But it's like, again, this is somebody you know personally. You know this guy Kanye, but a bunch of fans who you don't even fucking know, man. If they real fans, they gonna hear what you're trying to say. If not, they didn't really fuck with you anyway, man. So okay, let me see my fault. I missed a bunch of shit. Kanye said 400 women could said I went into the Kanye talk on my way to back to car. New Orleans visiting my uncle. I heard about the Redskins shooter being topless and then being forced to be an escort. Yeah, I heard some shit about them doing that topless shit. That's wild, but I'm not surprised. Could you give a quick lesson on how to not be jealous and why people get jealous and your voice is calm and understandable? Well, thank you. I guess that's a good thing. People get jealous because they put false perceptions in their own mind. Okay, and that's it, really. People get jealous. Now, it depends on what it is. But for the most part, people get jealous because they feel like something in their life would be better if, whatever the thing that they're being jealous of was taking place. If it's a person, if they were living in a better place, if they were driving a better car, if they were doing all this other stuff. They feel like it would make their lives better, and they feel like the person who has these things or who may have these things isn't as deserving. And so in their mind, they're imagining the better life that they would have if they had this stuff. Now, this could lead to, I guess, the stuff. What would you say? How would you say? Externalizing, and maybe via certain actions. I mean, the way people act towards you. I mean, then it could actually become physical. In some instances, people are jealous. You got something they want, they'll steal it from you, or some motherfuckers will kill you for some shit that they want. You just have to. It just depends on what it is. Not to go so extreme, but you got to be careful nowadays. It can be a woman, it could be money, it could be anything. You'll be surprised what people do these days. But you don't get jealous, because what you have to realize is the things you think you want are only worth it if you earn it. Because as soon as you get that shit, whatever it may be, you'll realize it really wasn't as great as you thought it was. It's saying new shit turn to old shit quick. Think about all the stuff in your life that you've had that you really wanted, that I just have to have this. If I don't, I'm gonna die if I don't get this, man. Oh man, I need this. This is gonna be the greatest shit ever when I get it. And then you get it. And you fuck with it. It's cool as soon as you get it, but as soon as you get it, all the excitement that you had for wanting it slowly begins to decline. I mean, immediately, just like when you buy a new car, the moment you pull off the lot, I mean, the second that you pull off of that dealership parking lot, that car starts to decline in value. Think about it. The second that you think if it's a new video game, the second that you buy it, you're like, okay, that's when you start to reach your peak. Now it's mine. It's in my hands. Oh man, oh man, oh man. And then you put that bitch in, or you load it up, whatever the fuck, and you start playing that bitch, and then it's cool. Okay, it's exciting. Now you're seeing, okay, this is exciting. I'm learning. Okay, these are new moves, and this. And then once you've mastered that, once you figure out everything there is to figure out, or shit, even once you start playing before you even beat it, you're like, okay, you start to figure out, okay, this game is cool. Well, I'll just keep playing. I don't like this part of it. And then, it starts to lose the intensity, But people who are just extremely jealous, again, they'll go to extremes to obtain stuff, to take stuff. But in reality, what it is, it's the picture, it's the idea, it's the thought of this thing. It's just overwhelming their minds. They can't control it. It just overloads them. That they go out and they commit, whatever type of negative action to obtain whatever the thing is that they are jealous of or trying to get. You say Kanye said something, the reaction proves his point. Yeah, pretty much. He wasn't lying to people's he's getting hard. That's funny. Kanye has support out here. I sent you the video, Honcho. I actually agree with the dude's statement. Said, I will not pee down Dallas Cowboys. Chicago children for insides on fire. Interesting. I got a question or scenario. All right, come on with it. Somebody gonna owe me a fat rate positive sauce because the measure averaging 16. Throughout history, we tend to back down from our oppressors, but do everything someone who looks like us do. Got a point. Fuck backing down to these oppressors. Yeah, that's how I feel. I mean, that's the thing. If you feel like, this is my biggest points. If you feel, all these particular ways, then you have to build. Because what people see is, if we tear this down, we instantly, we get this next thing. No, you got to build because you got to understand how it works. As soon as you tear some shit down, you got to have the proper system in place to replace it. Otherwise, shit is going to go to anarchy. Shit is going to go to complete chaos, And so that's what I tell people. If you don't like your situation, if you don't like what's going on, man, you got to build out of it. It sounds like shit. It sucks, but that's how everything that everything that you fuck with now is here because somebody started building a fucking Coca-Cola. Somebody could try the first couple of Coke and be like, man, fuck this shitty ass soda. You know what I'm saying? And they could be like, well, this soda does kind of taste like shit, and they could let their thoughts overwhelm them, and you never would ever heard of that shit. You'd be drinking Bopadop Cola or some shit. I don't fucking know, because Mr. Bopadop, he had to grind, he had to hustle, you know what I'm saying? So he wasn't letting nobody stop him. So we'd be drinking some old Bopadop Cola instead of Coke because of the work, that somebody applied. So my thing is, man, you gotta build. You got to build, and once you build, it gives an understanding and a teaching, and I mean, you just gotta. I don't know. People say, fuck it, that happened with Black Wall Street and all that other shit. But yeah, that does. But you got to just keep rebuilding, man. Like, I mean, you can't let that shit stop because if the shit works, then why would you stop doing it no matter what, other situations took place? And so when all that stuff stopped and those opportunities stopped, motherfuckers gonna move on and do shit differently. It's not a good situation, but I think there's some other things you got to motherfucking me deal with. All right, let's see. Let's see where we at. Build like Fortnite, but you don't want to build it for. I don't want to build like Fortnite. I don't want to build no temporary shit. I want to build permanent shit. Like, what I'm saying is like, okay, you have certain people, and what you'll have is, they'll say, I hate white people, I hate everything, this, and this, and then expect, if you're saying that the white man is the devil, you're saying all this other stuff, okay, then why would you expect something of value from the devil? Why would you it's like people who want all this other shit, the government benefits, all this other stuff, man, then you would have to stop accepting that and accept that, hey, if you want to let go of certain shit, then that means that certain shit has to be replaced. It has to be supplemented. So that means you're going to have to get up off your ass and grind. People don't want to do that either. You know what I'm saying? So It's just a lot of shit to me is just off the wall. Okay, let me go back because I know I missed some shit. I'm skipping because I'm so far back in the chat. Here's a scenario. So, man, you're on Facebook Live or take a bullet to the head. Which one would you choose? Man, that's a bad fucking situation. That's a bad situation, man. You might have to take an L on that one, man. A permanent L. But I mean, you think about these things realistically. You know, people just say, "Oh hell no." I mean, some people will, some people won't. I don't know, man. Like, it's easy to sit here and say, "Fuck no, not gonna do it." You know what I'm saying? But you know, when motherfuckers think about shit on the line, motherfuckers, like I say, have a family and they start thinking about all kind of other shit. Some of the same people say, nah, they gonna fucking be featured on Facebook. So, you know what I mean? But at the same time, and this is, I said I don't want the conversation to be morbid, but I don't think death is as bad as people think it is. So you can take that, you know, however you feel. I think, you know, bullet to the head. Are they gonna make sure it's gonna be a clean shot? Like, I don't want to be motherfuckers that get shot in the head, bullet bounce around and shit, motherfucker live, and you be out of there, you know. Because I mean, shit, that's like taking a nap. Shit, you don't even know when you doze off. You know when you tired, but when you fall asleep, shit, you out of there. So, yak 'em. I mean, the choice is yours. That's a very difficult situation to put yourself in. There's racism, but sometimes black people are more racist than whites. So you have to be honest about that. Yeah, in certain situations it can be. But again, like I say, if you want to avoid all that, man, you got to build. But you have to build anyway, man. But what I say with that is, and I talked about it the other day, if you expect a whole culture of people to come together and say, okay, hey, you know what, we finally got it right. Let's start spending our money responsibly and let's build up this community. It's not gonna motherfucking happen, man. You're gonna have to fight that nigga Jordan for your money. You're gonna have to fight Michael Kors and the weave companies for your money. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to fight a lot of motherfuckers with Gucci and Louis and everybody else for your money. You know what I'm saying? It's not gonna shake like that, man. So what you got to do is find people who are like-minded like you, understand the game the way it works now, and build with your own little small community. You know what I mean? That's the way I see it. Like, you can't, at this point, everybody ain't trying to be saved, dog. Everybody's not trying to be saved. So, man, fuck trying to save everybody. If you got some motherfuckers who got a plan and they say, okay, look, this is what we about, this is what we bring to the table, this is what we contribute, then that's who you fuck with. If it's 6, 7 of y'all, you know what I'm saying? If it's 3 or 4 of y'all, but y'all motherfuckers all willing to put in equal fucking time, effort, and work to get that goal going, then that's what the fuck you do, man. But as far as me trying to save everybody nowadays, it's just like, I see it's some people who just don't give a fuck. And you're going to waste a lot of time with them don't give a fucks. And it's a lot more don't give a fucks. A lot more don't give a fucks out there than y'all really want to believe, man. And it's thrown off. Sitting there Kanye promoting his album. Give me $1 million, I suck that D. And then put a bullet in my head. If I had more than one bullet, that would shoot the guy in the D and shoot myself in the head. Macaroni everywhere. We have just established that Charles is a prostitute. Damn. But if I say, well, $1 million, so you go to high class. I'll be set for life for $1 million? $1 million ain't gonna set you for life. That ain't that much. All right, Dr. Rabbit, that's a bit. Good night. Take the bullet, choosing freedom, take the D, choosing slavery. Yeah. I can't go out alone, Roscoe. Let's see. I'll take the bullet, fuck, say, I hope Honcho sneeze on your back. Stay woke. I'm just saying, man, it's just a bunch of different things. You got to look at it, from a bunch of different perspectives. Like I said, I try to look at everything from every angle. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers will say this. Did I hear about the escorted auction on Virginia for 1.5? Oh my God. She said she thinks it's too early to say if she loves him or not, but they will date. Yeah, she love him if he got some more money. Shit. Oh my God. And you know what type of motherfuckers will spend some money on some shit like that? It'll be a motherfucker that got like $1.6 million who'll fuck around and go spend $1.5 million to fuck with a bitch like that. Like, oh my God, this is horrendous, dog. What kind of world do we live in? Let's say 1.5, damn, that's a lot. This point is that those slaves were mentally trapped more than physically. They could revolt and had the numbers to do so, but chose to stay. Yeah, man, that's my thing. That's my thing is when motherfuckers be talking about, this, that, and the third, and I say that there were choices, but none of them were easy choices. But the fact is, some people made those fucking choices. So why didn't others? And that's the thing that it comes down to. People get mad at you, but then that'll tell you how people are really thinking. Because I said, well, but I guess in some aspects slavery was a choice because you had a lot of people who ran away, but you still had a shit ton of them who stayed. But the ones who ran away made a choice. They chose to run. You had some who revolted and, went against their slave masters and everything like that. And some won. Those slaves made a choice to free themselves, or even if it was only temporarily, whatever it may have been. But had that been a choice made across I guess a widespread region, or I guess a greater number of plantations and whatever, then you would be looking at a different history. So you could talk about the passage over here. You hear stories that a lot of them jumped over the ships, a lot of them jumped overboard. You know what I'm saying, with their chains still shackled on them and shit. Horrible stuff to hear. But obviously they had to think something in their head, like they made a choice. They knew what the fuck was up, so they made a choice. Why didn't others make the same choice? That's all I'm saying. I didn't say the choices were good. I didn't say the choices were easy. I didn't say the choices were necessarily that much more beneficial, in the long run. But these choices were made. But people don't want to see it like that. They all want to see it, as a joke. Oh yeah, well, I didn't get to see where I could opt out of slavery. Yeah, you could opt out, but it wasn't signing no motherfucking piece of paper. It wasn't clicking on no motherfucking clicking on no fucking checkbox, But people want to see everything again, like I say, as a joke. They took, when Dame Dash was dropping some real games, they asked about business. A joke, that's the type of shit the social media and fucking shit will do to you. That's why you got to take that shit with a grain of salt. I about to unleash hell in the chat. I ain't coming back for a month. She got Twitter fingers. She had 3 months. Why y'all block people? She got Instagram. Remember that about her captain. What happened? I don't even know what happened. I am missing all kind of shit in the chat. Wow, by the time I start moving that bitch, I'm like, I'm way behind. All right, where we at? All right. I missed they get to leave this bill like Fortnite. Yeah. Shouldn't be mad. You're supposed to be free and open in the den. Just keep moving with a ridiculous name and type shit to beat your ass again. It's only 5 minutes. Yeah, likely she died. Tame horses, for instance, come to save. Yeah. I'm just listening. Was I blocked? No, hey. So you can finally nap. Shit. When? I don't know. Well, it's nighttime. I mean, I can nap, but They're all conditioned to be kept safe. Her wise is clear. You must have been glitching or something. These mosquitoes are real tonight. Racism not black people's problem. Problem is black people. Yeah, man. Look, here's something I wanted to think about, or I was thinking about, and I'm trying to remember the origin of the story. But you know, I wish more black people would check out Thomas Sowell. I think that, you know, if you hear the numbers, if you hear stats from a legitimate source, and listen, you know, and realize that, you know, a lot of the things that you hear, believe, and see are fabricated and for a particular reason. But everybody has to find that on their own. All races slave to the bank, Zionists, not Jews. You don't have to be a Jew to be a Zionist. Real shit. I'm just trying to catch up. Ain't nobody want to type your name, man. So you lost a lot of respect for Willie D. What about Willie D made you lose respect for him? The macaroni ain't been cleaned up. By the time I was in the armed forces. No, what happened with the armed forces situation? I don't think you told me about that. Catch these hoes. Kanye and Cabinet getting to speak. Where are they getting to speak at? I mean, I didn't know about them speaking other than Twitter. Oh man, the boy Snake just say the Rockets whooped that ass. Yes sir, man. Yeah, they came in. They were doing it, but actually that crowd was rowdy though. Them motherfuckers was down about 30, and them motherfuckers was still going. They was like, "Fuck it." Just a box to sneak around. That's funny. Abraham did the damn. If I gotta do friendly fire me, took all my shit. See, that's what you get. I'm waiting on you. I didn't even know you was on. So you running with them old Fugazi. Shout out to Spitz. You running with them Fugazi crews, man. And they doing you bad. See, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. See, damn, I ain't even realize I've been in a damn an hour and some change. It don't even feel like it. It don't feel like it at all. Let's see what you talking about. An economist, not an emotionalist. Man, see, like I'm like late in the chat, so I'm like trying to play catch up and all that other good stuff. See, y'all like way ahead of me. I'm like 4 conversations behind, and trying to catch up. Exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. You can't be afraid. Like, I look at myself as equal to any and all, but when you have a lot of these people with some of the shit they accept, you know, it's like you're resigning to a fate that says that, oh, okay, well I'm second class or I'm this. I don't believe that shit. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's just that, I don't know. It's a whole. We're gonna talk about it one day, because we're gonna just dive deep into, you know, a couple of things. We're gonna try to figure out why, you know, why do a lot of blacks lean so heavily left? You know, what are the benefits? What are the pros and cons of choices like this? And like I said, I don't lean. You know, I'm not saying I'm a right wing. I like to, you know, there's again, to me, pros and cons on both sides, but you have so many that are just blindly attached to certain situations because of perception, you know, and that's a bad thing. He wished death on Diamond and Silk. Damn. I mean, you ain't gotta like the motherfuckers, but damn, they ain't that just because they support Trump. Like that's my thing. Like, why do people get so angry because someone else can have a different opinion about something? Like, they allow themselves to be so affected by the fact that somebody could be doing something different from them. Oh yeah, I want to do some more of that. That somebody could be doing something different from them. That they that shit's crazy. That they want to kill them. They want them to die. Like, you don't agree with me, you should die. What kind of shit is that, man? Not like, hey, you know what? I'd love the opportunity to sit down and try to educate these people to my point of view so they can understand why I feel like this. Or I'd love to sit down with these people and see why they feel that way. Maybe they can enlighten me. Not that. No, I want them to die. That's hardcore shit right there. But I mean, that's how a lot of people are, man. Fuck them, I wish they just die. You just die. But I mean, even jokingly, you can tell when somebody's joking. But a lot of the time, you got nowadays, because when it comes to these politics, people are dead serious. Oh, I wish they would fucking die. I wish they'd like, damn. You want a motherfucker to cease existing because they don't agree with the same things you agree with. I think that's a very, very harsh way to look at it. This dude, Cushington, dog. I ain't a motherfucking mid-game. But all right, cool. I have to get that in order. So let me see what else y'all talk about, because again, I am way back. So let me see. Afraid, exactly. No fear. Hold on, let me see what this Kilo Cushington talking about. Testing. Can you hear me? Testing. Anyway, testing. Can you hear me? Oh, you're already getting shot at and shit. Yeah, we're gonna get on Mixer here in a second. Probably gonna fuck with some PUBG. I guess I'll play some PUBG with this Shaq Kush guy. I need to get on that Grand Theft. We still ain't done no heist yet. Or yeah, we did do a heist, didn't we? With the cars, that wasn't a heist though. That was just driving the cars. Okay, it's considered a heist. Okay. South points that wealth increases with age. Japanese American median age 50. Puerto Rican median age 17. Thus, Japanese Americans are richer than Puerto Ricans. The Diamond and Silk shit was messed up. What happened exactly though with Diamond and Silk? Diamond and Silk are the two black chicks I know that supported Trump, but at the same age compared, they're about the same. Okay. Who is Jesus Christ to you? Oh, that's something I have to sit and think about for that one. I have to think about you on that one. Sheila Jackson Lee is a real bitch. What is your most left-wing view? I'm a part of the new movement of truth and common sense. We're going stronger in numbers. Anti-abortion. Say, you in the thing right now, or you already you dead? Okay, hold on, let me fucking. That dude there, man. How about if I can get into the, I guess I can just fucking get into the game. Fuck it. Let's see what you're talking about. I wish to pass a law that won't let women vote again. Overturn abortion. Damn. How are your thoughts on what Jeremiah just said? Let's see, man, ducking. No abortion whatsoever. So not even from rape or any of that other stuff. So they say, what's a child mother will die, no abortion whatsoever. Barely but I have lawyers around me. Yeah, we can run a squad or whatever. Let's see. I want to know Honcho's most left wing view. I guess I don't know. I guess you would say maybe morally in that department I'm more liberalish. I don't really give a fuck what people do, just as long as they don't invade in my area. Just stay out of my space. We gonna squad with some randos? Alright, we go do it. Okay, hold on 1 second. So yeah, making sure that what I did with it. Okay, excuse me. All right, let me make sure I catch up here. I just gotta get lost in the chat again. Thanks for Mr. Brandon exposing my mixer. Still may die. That's why you have faith. You never know what God plans to get it is in life. See, then again, I guess that's where we made difference. See, if I have to think that long, I'm Republican. That's fucked up. Murder is murder, religious or not. 1 million borders. Okay, damn. More black men to border than born, damn. You know, I damn near believe that. You never get your wish for unless you move to Saudi Arabia. On top of that, we kill each other. Alright. Okay. See, I think that's where I guess I defer. Because, like, even though we share a significant number of those beliefs, I think when it comes to like religion and things, I think where we defer, where we see things a little bit differently. I'm not as, like I said, I mean, religion doesn't really have an aspect of conservatism, I guess. You just associate, man. The what? Oh, what the fuck is going on? Hold on, I'm trying to go karate. You just wait a second. But yeah. So, hold on, there we go. All right. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Make sure that is in proper order. go. Except every case to say people need to realize that politics is all BS, mind control. You never know the true story. I agree with that. Down with dope, up with hope. That's funny. You gotta watch that crazy about the chick saying she is loose for shit. I'm already sent you a few days ago. All right, Jeremiah, that's a bit, man. I appreciate you following through as always, man. Okay. But I support that. I mean, if you do have true faith and you truly do believe, then I mean, yeah, I mean, you would definitely have to expect that. I mean, you should definitely do that. Travis Scott new song with Kanye and Lil Uzi. No, I didn't. That's a whole bunch of stuff. I didn't catch any of those guys. That's a bad Roscoe, man. Woo! Yeah, you're gonna be up in the early. That's a bet. Yeah, absolutely right though. Absolutely right. Where we jumping off at? Oh, Warriors playing? Okay. Oh, you right here. Yeah. So, those of you who fuck with it on the mixer, I'm gonna transition here shortly from the mixer. Let me see. All right, I'm on this. Oh man, hold on, let me fix that. I was trying to fix it. Oh, shenanigans! You in that house over there? All right. Oh, that'll be some hard ass shit. All right, so again, let me see what y'all over here chopping it up about. All right, let me see what we got. All right. Yeah, but like I say, so I'll be transitioning. Okay, helmet. There's another extra helmet in here if you need one. All right, but yeah, then again, like I say, if y'all, oh, you can see what's a bet. That's a bet. Shout out to Maverick guy. Was shaking. Oh, frying pan action. But again, I'll be on the mixer here, fucking around with some PUBG with the Shaq Kush for a little while. Be transitioning out the den, but I want to thank all my amigos, all my friends in the den. Y'all got some interesting conversation going on here. And if you would like to keep the conversation going, man, just slide over to the mixer. Like I said, I'm not tripping. We can. It's not really just about the video game because I'm not that good at video games. So, mixer.com/HonchoSaucy. Oh, there we go. Vest action. Like I said, we can keep the conversation going on the motherfucking mixer. I ain't even tripping on that shit because it's very interesting. But if not, then I'll call it a wrap to y'all this evening. But I do appreciate it. I enjoy it. Everybody. I've been in one house. No, two houses. I think it's my second. I think it's my second house, actually. I can't remember. Yeah, it's my second house because first house I ain't have it upstairs. But, again, like I said, so we'll be on the mixer talking some shit. And that's what's up. So make sure y'all follow through if y'all want to keep chopping it up. But 6 red wines, you're going to be wasted. Heidi, shame on you. What do we got here? Backpack. Fine, there we go. I want this fucking gun. Oh shit, I'm tripping with myself. Yeah, I got a vest. Somebody shooting. I got a motherfucking. I got a sniper. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. So again, my fault. What y'all got going on? You going to the water tomorrow? You gonna be out there drinking? Yeah, they will definitely. Got a crossbow over here. I know you want it. I think you's in this, huh? Oh, this whole ass house. You done already been in this bitch ass house. Where we at? Shit, I know we need to go. There's another series of houses over there. Where is the damn circle? Okay, we good from there. All right. That wouldn't have been cool at all. Uh-oh, somebody on the hill. Look, you see him up there? There's some people on the hill right up there. They looking like 340-ish. They running across the way, though. They look like they going up the hill, though. They probably been through here already. I wish I had a fucking scope on my sniper. All right. That's a bet. I appreciate y'all following through. But, what did you say? Rio Gallegos? Rio Gallegos. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm going with. Rio Gallegos. You don't want this fit frying pan in here? No, fuck that crowbar. The frying pan keep you from getting shot in the ass, nigga. Yeah. That motherfucker saved my life a couple of times. You hear the little shit ping, ping, like it'll bounce off the back of the frying pan. Oh, see. No, you can't have it now. Get away from it. Get away from the fucking frying pan. Get away from the fucking free asshole. All right. So, well, that's a VET. Well, again, all my friends in the den, y'all know how it goes, man. I appreciate y'all for taking the time to rock with your boy. What if I got time to catch Taco Bell before they close? I'm feeling fat. Anyway, with that being said, man, y'all be cool like y'all be cool. I appreciate y'all. So I'm not going to be rude. I'm not going to kick y'all out tonight. I'm going to politely escort y'all out the den. But if y'all like to, y'all ain't got to go home. Y'all can go to mixer.com/HonchoSaucy, HonchoSaucy. Mixer.com. Check that shit out. We live right now with Shaq Kush on the PUBG. But with that being said, you can politely introduce yourself to the door. Thanks for watching.